YouTube family. Welcome back to another one, you guys. It's on top of the morning, and it wasn't a long time ago when I actually woke up. But I've got great news. I wasn't even thinking, hurry, I'm gonna be uploading at least anytime soon for you guys. But I guess it is what it is, okay? So now listen. Yesterday I analyzed charts on US30 and on Nasdaq, okay? And I was successfully able to place a trade on on US30, yeah? And I'm just gonna take you through it because it hit the TP, like it. We lose, we stand up, life goes on. I took a trade on US30, okay? And I just want to show you how I analyzed it, what happened, and also I'm going to show you the analysis that I have on Nasdaq, because yesterday on Nasdaq I didn't have a full quality setup yet. I had only one setup on US30. So let me just take you through the charts, okay? Let's do this. Today I gonna start to the point because it's just 2 in the morning. I don't have time to make the video to make the video long and entertain you guys today. You see, I'm just gonna tell you guys about the business and be out. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, as you can see, time is 9:20 a.m. and Kitty today, as you can see right there. And this is the setup that I took yesterday. Okay, so let me just take you through how I was actually able to, analyze where it's going to go and what I should expect, things like that. So let me just take you through it, yeah? Okay, so now let's get on top of it, okay? So I'm not going to be actually long. I know that I like saying I'm not going to be long, but I think it's just easy and straightforward. I'm not going to actually try and complicate things for you, yeah? Okay, so as you can see, we're on 1 hour time frame. We're looking at US30, right? And as you can see, the overall trend was uptrend, right? So which means therefore we should be looking for buys, right? Dango. And then as you can see, before we had everything here that you see here, we had this buy side liquidity, but at that time it wasn't old yet. Now it's old because price break passed through it, right, and formed a new buy side liquidity. That's why it's old, right? So now before we had everything else here, we said we had this buy side liquidity, right? And as you can see, price came and broke the buy side liquidity with what? With a big displacement candlestick, a green, confirming what? Buys, right? So this is not a liquidity grab, right? It's a liquidity run. Liquidity run means that we're still going to continue with the trend, right? Yeah. How do I determine if this is a liquidity run or liquidity grab? It's a liquidity run because the buy side liquidity was broken with what? A displacement, a big green displacement candlestick, right? Confirming continuation of the trend, right? If it was liquidity grab, I was gonna see at least this. You see this big. You see where the candle closed above the buy side liquidity. At least if this was gonna be a liquidity grab, where now we are gonna expect the price to reject, I was gonna see at least the body of the candlestick. It equates it closes it just underneath the buy side liquidity, but it closed above. So that's why it confirmed a liquidity run. So after I saw that liquidity run, I was like, okay, cool, I guess then we buy and then I waited. Okay, I see that we have new buy side liquidity here, but as for today, it was yesterday, right? It was yesterday 36 because today 7. And I was like, okay, as for today, liquidity has not been swapped yet, right? At least we have this internal sell side liquidity right here, but it wasn't swapped yet, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for price to at least come swap liquidity. I'm gonna wait for big players, big institutions to actually come in the market and actually come take liquidity here and continue to move the price to the upside. And out of nowhere, I can see that, okay, price and tried to at least break the buy side liquidity with a week, but it failed. And then the following candlestick after this one that tried to go up, if it's super liquidity here. Simultaneously, those orders that the big players just swept here, it's our stop losses. If you bought early here, after a retest maybe, and then you bought here, they came back and they hit your stop loss, right? And this stop loss of yours that they hit, this money that you lost here, is going to be the fuel for them to actually continue buying US30, right? That's what happened. After they hit our stop losses here, they moved to the upside, right? And continued with the trend. and that's how I actually got this trade. Yeah, and I just went to lower time frame here. As you can see here, we have a little fair value gap. I went to lower time frame, found my fair value gap, waited for a retest on it, and yeah, I was good to go. And also, as you can see, price is still gonna move, because as you can see, even here, more our new buy side liquidity now, where my TP was at. If you break, right, and a break it's still gonna continue with the trend. Why do I say that? Because the candlestick that broke, let me just do this, because the candlestick that broke the new buy side liquidity wasn't showing any selling pressure, right? It's showing what? Buying pressure. So now, which means the very same thing that happened here, liquidity run, which means we should still continue looking for buys on US30, right? And look what happened. The very same thing that happened here, it happened here, right? And then look, it formed a new internal source of liquidity. Let me just identify that with you, because I just woke up actually and I'm seeing this, you see? Yeah, it formed a new internal source of liquidity. Let's just identify it together, yeah? And please don't mind, I'm still in bed, okay? Okay, internal society liquidity, right? Perfect. Anyways, let's remove this what, so we can see, we can look properly, or rather, so we can see what we're looking at, yeah? Yes, so as you can see, the candlestick that it broke with, it's on a living everyone's buying pressure. So therefore, it's liquidity run. Thank God. And we see here we have internal social liquidity. Just put it, excuse me. Yeah, and we see that here we have internal social liquidity, right? And liquidity came to be swapped when today, let me see, 7. When did this internal social liquidity happen? Yesterday. Yeah, the last candlestick that actually formed, or the last candlestick that actually formed this lower high here, it's yesterday 36, and then liquidity was swapped today 37, right? So therefore we have a new setup as well here, right? Because big players just came and actually swapped liquidity. And how are we sure of that? How are we actually sure the market is going to continue moving to the upside? Let me just show you. Okay, just a second. Okay, 3 to 3. Okay, that's better. Okay, now let's see. Some people waited for the breakout, right? Breakout happened here. Let's assume this is not here. Breakout happened here. Some people waited for a retest, right? They got a retest and then they bought at the very same time. And then guess what? After they bought here, if you know that way now, after this retest happened here, you see we had breakout structure, right? And then a little retest, which is in this case is our internal social liquidity. If when you bought immediately after the retest here, well, it means you were stopped out, because look, they came back and they the Shapadi stop loss, right? And then the very same money they used it for continue again US30, you understand? So let's just see if we could find some fair value gap, anything about change of character, anything like that. Let's just get into it. Okay, now we went to lower time frame. Remember, we were on 1 hour time frame, right? Now we went to lower time frame. We're on 15-minute time frame, and we can see that we had some kind of like a head and shoulder pattern, you see. But as you can see, the last lower high of this pattern was broken, and simultaneously this determines change of character for us, right? Let me just change this to black. Yeah, and hence this was broken with a big green candlestick, right? What does it tell us? It tells us, well, we are still gonna continue buying US30, and we're just gonna have to actually draw our fair value gap onto our change of character, so that we would want to see price coming back to take the orders that they are gonna leave here ish. that'll be our fair value gap. Fair value gap. Thank you. So I would want to see price coming here to give me a little retest and continue going up. It can't just it cannot just continue shooting up like that forever. But if it does and it high for a retest, I'm gonna let it go. I won't force any trades. So what I want to see here, I want to see price coming here, fill the fair value gap, and continue to go to the upside. See? Yes. So I'm gonna update you on US30. Let's get into Nasdaq real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my Nasdaq setup. Voila! Shling, 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 shling. Okay, guys, let's get on to it. Yo, as you can see, Nasdaq have been moving. Order and done. So this is what I decided to do, because as you can see here, we had an internal source of liquidity. Okay, before we get into it, let me just explain. Okay, we are on 1 hour, we are on 4 hour time frame, and we are going uptrend, as you can see, right? So which means therefore we should look for buying opportunities also on Nasdaq, right? But as you can see, when price got here, internal sales liquidity was left. Orders whenever came, we never failed, okay? And also here on the buy side liquidity, price has tried to reach to the buy side liquidity, but still orders are never filled at the buy side liquidity, right? Thank you. And here we have an internal buy side liquidity. See, internal buy side liquidity, and also price never got the guts to actually go and fill up the orders that are left here above the internal buy side liquidity, right? Same applies to here. The orders that are left here and done. Same applies to here. And this is what I did yesterday. When I analyzed the chart yesterday, even here on this internal buy side liquidity, orders were not undone, but price actually came and swapped liquidity here on the internal buy side liquidity, right? And remember, when liquidity is swapped, we sell, right? Remember, we sell up, we buy low, right? Stay with me now. Stay with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me just come again. We sell up, buy side liquidity. We don't buy here unless we have liquidity run. Okay, but most of the times we have liquidity grabs way on the buy side liquidity. So we sell high, see, right? We sell high, got it? And we buy low. Stay with me now. Same applies to the what's happening inside. This eyes here stand for what's happening inside. In case you don't know, right? We don't judge. Yeah, these eyes here stand for inside, whatever that's happening inside, right? So now, even here, you can see that orders were never filled. Still, if you see the price is approaching internal buy side liquidity, you're not gonna want to buy. You're gonna want to look for sales, right? Another thing, it's gonna be determined what kind of candlestick broke your internal buy side liquidity. Like, how did it close? Did it close above or did it close below? And in this case, if we look at this internal buy side liquidity, because when I analyze the charts, the charts go internal buy side liquidity. I still had this red candlestick when I analyzed the charts, and I predicted that, okay, cool, let me just cancel these lines. I think you understand by now, yeah? Cancel, yeah. So now, there was only this red candlestick when I analyzed the charts, and when New York session opened, the market moved to the upside to go fill up the orders, right? And as you can see here, how did the market react after if it's a break internal buy side liquidity? A break the wicks, right? Yeah, the wicks of the candles. That's what we see the most. And also, as you can see, the following candlestick after the one that broke, it broke inside, which means therefore we're gonna look for sales on Nasdaq. You feel me? We sell up, we buy low. We sell up, we buy low. Well, unless if let me show you. Okay, we buy up only. Where is it? Yeah, here. Let me just go to 1 hour time frame. So you. Yeah, this is the only time when you get to buy up. Okay, let me give you a living example. Okay, we're looking at US30. Go for example of a US30 because the liquidity run happened on US30. Go Nasdaq in to give a liquidity grab. So this is the only way we would buy up. Okay, see here we had buy side liquidity and go Nasdaq. I just told you we sell up, we buy low. We sell up, we buy low. Right. So now listen. On this internal buy side liquidity, price broke with a displacement green big displacement candlestick. Yeah. So that is liquidity run, which means we could still continue buying even if price broke past buy side liquidity because it confirms it will continue to rega. I hope you get me. Dango. Let's continue though. Yes. And price came and liquidity was grabbed here, and so therefore I am going to look for what's next. I'm gonna want to see some kind of like a change of character. Yeah, I'm gonna want to see something like a change of character. And if I come here, this is technically our last low in this case, right? This is technically our last higher low. Yeah, this is our last higher low, right? So this is gonna act as our change of character. Change of character, which means that if price break this level, it means we are no longer gonna wanna be looking for buys. We are going to want to look for sells. But as you can see, this candlestick, if it's going to break this change of character, it closes it inside. It didn't let the red body of the candle closes below to confirm actually how we're going low, right? So let's just go to another time frame and actually see if we could find something real quick. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, let me just fix this right here. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, price it will break our last valid lower high, right? And simultaneously, this is our change of character. Remember, change of character meaning we'll change from being bullish to bearish, right? And the kind of candlestick that broke our change of character, it kind of looks like a displacement candlestick if you could actually look at it. Well, it's this one here. You see this candlestick, and it left a fair value gap. Let's just go ahead and draw a fair value gap and actually see Morena. Virala. Right. And let's name it up real quick. So now, as you can see, I think we're still going to continue to sell Nasdaq, you guys, at least up until to this level. I think so, to this level of internal sell side liquidity. We just drag it like this so you can see. Yeah, I think we're still going to continue selling Nasdaq, at least up until this level, or even to the original sell side liquidity now, right? But in this case, my TP will be here if I'm entering this trade. Because look, liquidity was stopped yesterday. This is perfect, okay? This is perfect. I think I'm gonna take a trade in here, but if I see this candlestick closing below the fair value gap bubble, yeah. So now, since let me take this right here and make it a living example. Thank you. Okay. As you can see, the charts broke, came for a retest, and now I want to see the price coming to the downside, right? And how much do I actually need to make? Because yesterday I covered the 200. I recovered my account. Let me just say that yesterday I recovered my account. I think today I just need to make the rest of the remaining cash. So I finally pass phase 1 and go to phase 2. Yeah, but that will depend if actually Nasdaq is gonna play according to my analysis, right? Yeah, so as you can see, this one candlestick that's been formed, it's like a 15-minute for me, right? So get about a 15-minute now. How did it form? Does it show me or like what does it tell me? I'll wait for it to be fully formed first before taking a trade. Okay. In the meantime, I'm just gonna put this here. Right there. I don't even need a lot of money today. I just need like, I think 400. Yeah, I just need like 400. But I won't risk this much to make 500. Probably risk less to make the money that I want because I'm not looking for much. Yeah. So let's wait for it to be fully closed first, and yeah, we'll see what are we dealing with actually. Okay, and I think I'll keep you guys updated. But in the meantime, I'll upload this video. I'll just give you guys catch-ups when I do another video, because it's still in the morning and I just want you guys to see actually what's happening. That's why I'm actually pressurizing her upload it before I could even do anything. Yeah. So yeah guys, that's it I think. And also let's just recap on US30 for a minute, since we were waiting for it to come right as in the favorite gap. And as you can see, the last candlestick that was created some selling pressure, so therefore I want to see a little bit of a retest here and a continuation, right? So I'll keep you guys updated, okay? But I am going to upload this part of the video because I don't want my video to be that long, and also I have so many things to deal with today. I can busy edit like a long video. It's gonna take my time forever. So yeah guys, I just wanted you guys to see what I've got to deal with today. See, this week we're cruising nicely now. This week we're cruising nicely. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, thank you. And thank you for 91 subscribers and 30 something views on my last video. I appreciate it, man, a lot. Okay, a lot. And yeah guys, I hope you guys have a good Tuesday, and I pray that you guys have perfect setups today. In the name of God we pray, amen. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting. Let's get to the money.